Hello. I mean, it's not the link, it's the activation key that we're talking about.
No, sorry, Varun, that was of Kotesh actually. I'm asking for Koteshwar.
Okay.
I,
Okay.
he's asking for the video file link actually.
Okay. So this we had had a discussion on information link. Let's have a quick recap. Did you all go through the video except Koteshwar, who had trouble playing the video? Okay.
I didn't get time. I'll go through today.
Okay, we'll have a quick recap. So information link is used to filter data at the source level, and when you're pulling data from the database, and other than instead of doing it from say flat files like Excel, you follow that workflow to create information link and save it onto the server or the library, and then add the data table as from the using the information link. And because of the filters that you have added to the information link, the data is loaded selectively. Only those data which satisfies the filter will get loaded. Otherwise, all the data from the database will get loaded if you add the database directly into Spotfire. Now, add on demand data table is a additional feature that Spotfire gives you using information link. Now the scenario, a typical scenario where you would use add on demand data table would be something like this. You have the sales, you're looking at a sales data, and there are say multiple regions, and right, let's say each regional manager handles a particular region there. Okay, so somebody who is looking at the say North America or say East Coast or West Coast should be seeing only that data, and somebody else who is looking at say Europe should be seeing only that data, not the North America or South America data. Does that make sense? I mean, I'm talking about the regional managers or region heads. Of a sales organization, and all of this data will be loaded on the same database, same data warehouse, but you will have region wise specification demarking. So people who are the region manager who is handling this particular region should not be seeing this data, and the region manager looking at this need not be seeing other data from other areas. For example, this area would be different. So this, we'll have separate region heads for each of these areas. Basically what you're trying to do is set up a level of authorization. Okay, whoever is accessing this data, they will have see, whoever is from a particular region, they will have access to only that data. And there are two ways to do this in Spotfire. One is to trust the user that they are looking only at the data which they want, to selectively load data. Using that technique, I say if I am from a particular region, I am say from North America region, I can view the data from other regions as well, provided I change the property control. So this is where organizations don't strictly enforce the authorization level, where like a person from a particular region should not be seeing the sales data for another region. That level of authorization is strictly not enforced. This method is done, and that is what is data on demand, wherein you could be doing that for two reasons. One is to make the data load faster, because if you try to load all of this data at the same time in the Spotfire, it might take some time, or it might even second thing is Spotfire might even crash if you try and load all those like millions of records at the same time. So because of these two reasons, data can be loaded selectively using the technique called data on demand. And then there is another technique called personalized information link, which will strictly enforce the authorization, and person who is logging onto Spotfire will be able to see only those regions data where he has access to or authorization for. Okay. So there are two things. One is data on demand. Second one is personalized information links. And there is one more. Parameterized information link. We'll look at that in later sessions. Okay, so today we'll take a look at the data on demand. So the purpose for data on demand is, this will have millions of records, and to selectively load data. A typical information link will have filters, and that filter will be filtering out data from the database anyway when you are loading a data table using information link. Now what add-on demand data table, or when you add information link as add-on demand, gives you the feature that gives you is that you can dynamically change that filter at the time of loading. Okay, details on demand is pretty simple. That we are already discussed, wherein details on demand is there are two things that are given in details on demand in Spotfire. See, when you have a chart and you click on one of these bars, the data gets shown in a table on the right. That is the
got it.
The default default details on demand. Which is given in Spotfire. Then you can also give something else as you manually create a chart. The first one we cannot configure it. You cannot configure its view. Here, when I click on this, I can configure it using, say, marking, to show the details in a different chart. I can in fact show that in multiple charts if I want. This is by default, this comes by default, and this the developer has to do using marking. This is what is known as limit data using. So what we are going to discuss today is totally different from details on demand. Details on demand is different and data on demand is different. See, when you have data on demand, we create a normal information link and then add the information link as data on demand. I'll get to the workflow, but hear me out. What scenario where we use data on demand? So as details on demand is out of the way, now let's see. Data on demand. Here let's have a comparison between normal data table added using information link and data table added as the using the maybe even the same information link, but as data on demand. Yeah, that's right. The same information link can be added as a normal data table or as a data on demand. When you add a normal data table, you just add it from file, then say data from library. Open from library or add data tables. Data from library. That's what we do. But on data on demand, we use the same information link possibly and then add it as file, add data on demand. But you won't be able to see this option here because we are looking at the trial version. On the file menu you won't be able to see that. See, there is no add data on demand, but that's where you add it. The same information link can be done that way. Now what difference does this make? Here at the time of creating an information link, we have created one or more filters for the information link and then added it to the Spotfire as data table. Now by default these filters get applied on the query, so only that corresponding data is pulled in and we cannot change this filter. right? But here on add on demand data table, we tie the information link and make some of the columns tied to a property control, either a property control or you'll preload another data table first and then limit the data in the new data table, which is this is the new data table. What do you want to add? New data in the new data table using marking. Marking from the preloaded data table. Let me say this again, it's a little complicated. You want to dynamically limit the data. Let me tell you a scenario. A person is logging in. I mean, say for example, the regional sales manager is logging in like this here. Okay, the North America guy. Let's call him North America regional manager. Now, right? I know that's funny, but anyway, the North America regional manager is logging into Spotfire now, which has got data on demand implemented. So he logs into Spotfire. So scenario 1. This data table has got a property control configured. And it has got region names. So he says right. So he selects North America there. So only North America data will be loaded, which means data will be dynamically pulled from the database on the fly based on his selection. Does that make sense? Hello? Does that make sense?
Yeah, can you say it again?
Yeah, I will. In a normal information link, you would have created some filters, and when you add the data, all the regions are loaded. Now, this data would be huge. It will have millions of records, so you cannot possibly handle all this data in Spotfire simultaneously. That is one problem. And second is, this regional manager for the North America region has no business looking at South America region, or it doesn't add any value to his profile. So he would want to see only North America region, and that would be that we can achieve by in this scenario wherein we have a property control there in the Spotfire. He logs into Spotfire, and on the home screen he sees the property control, and he selects the region that he wants to see, which is North America here. At that time, the data is pulled from the database on the fly just for North America region and nothing else. Make sense? Instead of loading all the regions data, Spotfire now loads only data for that particular region that he had selected on the property control. Is it clear? Now we'll get to the actual implementation of this part later, but this is the requirement that we have. Hello? Munir?
Yeah, I am here.
Okay. Did that answer your question?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Anybody else? Any questions on this? Is the concept clear? We'll get to the implementation part later. There's another slide, but did you get the requirement? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here limiting the data at the data source level itself using the information link, but triggering it through a property control. This is scenario number 1. And scenario number 2 is okay, that's a two-step process, which is step 1. Preload Spotfire with a smaller data set. Okay, so you already have a data table now in Spotfire. Let's call it DT1, data table 1. And using this data table, you have created some charts. Now what we are trying to do is, let me increase the size. In step 2, we add the information link as on-demand data table. Or data on demand. Now this data table here will be driven by the marking in the previous or the first data table. So imagining that you mark a particular bar here, this will drive the loading here. Okay, so the same scenario would be instead of pre-populating the property control manually with fixed values for the regional manager to pick, we have already loaded a unique list of items in the data table first, and we create some chart, and then we add a data on another information link as data on demand, and we specify that the second data table, which is the data on demand, will be triggered or will be it will be triggered by the marking of the first one. So whenever we change the marking in the visualization using the first data table, the second data table will be reloaded with the new data based on that marking. Got that? So I'll say this again. The basic funda behind data on demand is that every time you change either that property control or that marking in the preloaded data table, the data on demand data table will reload with the data which is applicable to it. Say if you are changing the region drop down into South America, the data table will reload with only South America data. That is scenario 1. Then scenario 2 is wherein you have preloaded a data table and add another information link as data on demand, and then when you change the marking in the first data table, or you click on some visualization created using the first data table, that is what is marking there, and based on that marking, data will be dynamically reloaded in the second data table, which is the data on demand. Does that make it clear now? Munir, Shravan, Praveen, Koteshwar, Pavan?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. This will be asked in interview. Like every interviewer, software interviewer will be asking these questions anyway. So it is crucial that you understand these topics. I mean, like, those things that we have seen so far are pretty much easy, wherein you can experiment with those things. But here, right now, you cannot play with the server right now as long as we don't have a server. Oh yeah, by the way, Koteshwar? Hello? Koteshwar?
Yeah.
Hey, I want to ask you this. I mean, yesterday you were not there in the session, but do you have the server installed on your machine? Spotfire server?
Oracle.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I have installed.
I'm talking about Spotfire server installed on your machine.
Yeah, I installed it.
Can you share your screen and try and connect from the client to the server? I'm going to make you the presenter. If yes,
okay,
then we can have a hands-on on this topic. Forgot. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for another contact person of mine to share the server installation files from Hyderabad. Are you now logged on to Spotfire, which is...
yeah, I am logging. Yeah, Varun, I logged in.
Okay, so is the Spotfire server up now?
What is that, Varun?
Is the Spotfire server up? I mean, can we connect from the client to this Spotfire instance, server instance?
Yeah, it's already connected in Spotfire.
So can you click on File? File.
Open. Okay, file. Okay.
Okay. Now, can you click on Tools? Click on Information Designer. This is what we discussed yesterday. Guys, see that? Click on Data Sources. No, Data Source tab there. Okay, nothing is there. So click on Setup Data Source. Does your Oracle instance have any data there?
Yeah.
Okay, then can you connect to the Oracle instance here? Host is localhost port 1521 and give the SID there and the username password so that we can connect to the Oracle instance. Click on save as. Okay, click on the
Save as.
library, save it as Oracle instance. Give a name as Oracle instance. Oh, okay.
Save.
Yeah, save. Yeah. Now click on the data sources tab.
Is this to connect to Oracle database?
Yes.
This setup?
Yes.
I think we can do the same thing using add data table also. No?
But that is not efficient. You cannot limit data at the data source level using add information link. We have to first create an information link to connect directly.
Okay.
Then all data on the database will get pulled into Spotfire, which is not what we want. This was the topic of yesterday's discussion, because I don't have server instance running on my laptop. I'm waiting for the installation files to be uploaded by a friend of mine from Hyderabad. So that's when I remember, like, you had got this from Hyderabad, right? How big is the file? The server installable.
So I'll show you.
I mean, how big is the file? Like GB?
I think not GB, 500 MB.
500. See, can you share it with everybody so that everybody can install it on their server, on their machine, and try them out?
Yeah, 407 MB.
Yeah, okay. If you can share this with others too, I mean, they can also try it out at their end. Without so that everybody can have hands-on.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go back to the screen. Spotfire.
It's taking time, I think.
Was the port number and username password correct?
Yeah, correct. Just now I logged it into Spotfire now with the same server name and port. Can you verify that in Spotfire?
No, I'm talking about the Oracle. I'm talking about the Oracle port instance. You change the port number to 9881.
Yeah,
the default port was 1521. You change that.
Oh, okay. I think 1521 I have to. Yeah, 1521.
I think it's not responding scratch.
But whatever we are giving in the manager server settings, whatever we are giving the port number, the same port we have to provide to here also, no?
We need to provide the port number on which Oracle instance is running.
Okay.
Besides, on the server administration part, all I have is a hunch, because I have been a developer, and server instance and configurations are done by the admin team. But I know the process, that's it, but I have not tried it out. Cancel not working?
No, it's not working. Varun, one more thing, if you added like multiple tables in the Spotfire,
Yes.
How can we verify like what are the tables we added in the Spotfire designer?
Edit data.
Spotfire procedure.
Edit data table properties.
Okay.
One 1521, right? Okay.
Yeah. I think we can verify same in the boot config file also. Now, what are the port we have given?
When you install Oracle.
Yeah.
Try this out now.
Yeah, 1521.
Yeah. You can say yes. Okay. Alright, click on data sources tab. Data sources tab, yes. Expand it. Where is which database do we have data in?
Spotfire.
Okay, which one? This is the Spotfire instance, right? Can you create a new database on the Oracle data instance? Can you create a new database and create a table? Possibly use that Excel file or something to load the data into Spotfire, or create some data there, and then we can create information link.
You mean create a new table space?
Create a new database inside the Spotfire instance and create some new table.
Okay, just if I'll create directly in the Spotfire database new table, is it okay?
Let's not mess with Spotfire table.
Okay. How to create the database? I don't know that. Karan.
Anybody with Oracle experience here? I'm from like SQL Server and Teradata. Anybody on the call with Oracle experience? Pawan? Praveen? Anybody?
No, no, I can't create any table.
Alright. Then we'll have to Google it, seems.
Just table creation? The table creation we can find through Google.
Yeah. That is like create table script. I'm talking about, let's not mess with.
Yeah.
Okay, then you do one thing. Create a table.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you need. Create table name. In brackets, you give the column name, then the data type, and then you populate the data. Then you create an insert into that table. Insert some 10 or 20 rows. That should be good. Team lead and Koteshwar should be in single quotes. And Pune should also be in single quotes. Oh, you had not, you had missed the change some of the locations as well, so that we have some filters there. Can you go back and go back and check in the data sources tab on Spotware information designer link?
Okay.
Expand the database and go to the table.
This one.
You did that in the Spotware database, right? That should be there. What is that? Employees.
Yeah, employee.
Refresh. I'm like.
Replace.
Close it and open it. Try that. Okay. See that? Okay, we have the data there. Now click on create element column. Add employee name. Oh no, not all. Just employee name. Remove rest of them. Except employee name, remove rest of them. Save as. Hold on, click cancel, click cancel, click cancel, no, click cancel. Click on the elements tab, elements, left on the left, click on elements tab, element, no, not there, elements tab, left side, left pane. Okay. Right click there, collapse that.
Wait.
Do you see the new button there? New. Collapse this.
Yeah.
And there should be something to create a folder.
Okay.
Click on new. Yeah, folder. And give it training. I mean, sorry. Like give it training. Give it a name training. All right. Training. Okay, whatever. I meant training. That's okay. TRAINING. Okay, G. All right. Click OK.
Okay.
Yeah. Create folders. Create some 4 or 5 folders. One as data source. Another one information link. Another one information link. These folders should be inside training, okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Information link. Oh, you got it wrong. Information. Yeah. Okay, click OK. Again, filters. Columns. You created that information. Remove that. Delete that and delete it. Add that under training. Directly under training. Columns. analysis, SCS. We will be saying, okay, forward, no problem. Okay, so now because we will be saying multiple analysis there, so I said SCS. Okay, so we'll be saying all our analysis files in this. That's why I put it as in plural. Now go back to the on the right pane. Click on Save As and save it in the columns folder. Columns folder. Give it name employee
Name
name.
will be column.
Employee name. Okay, good. Do the same for the rest of the columns. Go back to start. Go back to no, not here. Go back to the start tab. Close this employee name tab. Designation, TAOM. Okay. It's already run. It's already run. It's already run. Close this and yeah, salary and address. Make it instead of long integer, make it real. Save as. Close this. Okay.
Save.
Yeah, it's already saved. No, that's it. So now go back to start tab. Close the address tab and go back to start tab. All right. There you can create filter if you want. Click on filter and add that salary and give the expression there greater than say no. Put %1, that is the alias there. %1 greater than say
Some value.
yeah, 60,000 or something. Okay. Click Save As and save it under filters folder and give the name salary greater than 60,000. Special characters won't be accepted. Close the filter tab. Close the filter tab and go back to the start tab. Click on information link. Create information link. You don't have to create a join here because you have only one table. Next session we'll create a join. Okay. Add those, expand the columns. Add all those columns. Okay. Click on SQL. You'll be able to see the SQL behind the query. You click on the SQL button. SQL. See that? This is the underlying query Spotfire will be sending to the data source to pull data. Click on cancel. Expand the filters. You can add hard filter here, which if you add any hard filter, no, if you add any hard, click on add, if you add any hard filter there, this filter is applicable only for this information link, because you have created a filter element which can be reused for multiple information link. Expand the filters on the left and add that filter along with the columns. Not here, not this. This is the hard filter, the soft filter that you added earlier. Yes. Yeah. And click on the add button on the top along with the columns. Now click on the SQL again. You'll see the change to SQL now. See that?
I need to click add button here.
No. You don't have to. Click on the salary filter there, add at the top along with the columns. Columns. Up there. Add button on the top. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Now click on the SQL. See that filter added there. Okay, click OK. Now save as. Save it under. Oh, you saved the information. Yeah, save to the information link folder.
Okay.
Say information link folder. Save. Give it a name as salary greater than 60,000. Now remove that filter that you added along with the columns. Yeah. Click remove. No, just no, not that. Oh man, I asked you to just remove the filter, not every other column. Add all columns except the filter. Now click save as. All right. Save it in information link as salary all. Click save. Okay. Close this window. Close the window here. Now go to file, add data table or add from library, whichever you want. Add from library or add data table, and then browse to the library. Training, information link. Oh, it is not visible. Where did you save it to the information link? Go back to the information link, information designer. Check that in the 11th tab. And under the 11th tab. Check that. What are the? It's there. Okay, go to library and administration. Maybe the permissions is not set. No, from tools.
Library.
From tools. Click on training. Everybody, give it full control. Edit the permission. Edit permission. No, not here. Down there. Down. This is an edit link down there. Edit permissions for selected folder.
This one.
Yeah. You give it. Okay, you cannot change that. Looks like there are some access issue. You are not able to access the username that you have logged in does not seem to have access to that folder. You don't have full control access there. You'll have to check the permissions. You see username Spotfire administrator?
Software administrator.
Are you in the Spotfire administrator group?
Yeah, I'm in Software administrator group only.
But you don't have full control to the folder.
Okay, otherwise can we use like a system like whatever the default user ID is there, can we change with that?
We need to look at that. Okay, click on cancel. double click on training. No, click on, go to library administration, go to library administration. Yeah. Click on training. Double click on it. Date modified, created, data accessed. Can you copy all of these to the root folder under library? Let's see whether you have access there. Click on that copy there and copy there, see that? And go to, yeah, that's it. Yeah, click OK. Yeah, root folder, yes. Click on that, go to library root folder. Okay. Now try adding this, click close, click close. There is some permission issue, we'll have to look into that. Okay, from, click on add from library and browse to that information link on the root folder.
Is through this?
Yes. Click open. Data has not been loaded. Okay, that is because the original elements are in the other folder. Copy those elements to the root folder, same as you had done the information link. Go to library administration. Library administration. Koti, you have a access control issue there. That is why you're not able to access it. So go to library administration. Copy all that elements that you have created. Yeah, column elements. Yes. No. These ones. Yes. All of them into the root folder. Yes. And go to the root folder. Do you have which one have you added there? Okay. Click on close here. Click on reload. Click on reload. Just click reload. Reload here. Reload. Reload but third button from the left. Data not loading. Close this. Yeah. Close this and click on file. Close it and add the information link again. Close the information link. Close the. Click on file. Close and add this again.
Cody, your laptop charge is going to be out.
Click on file. Close. Yeah. Close. Yeah, open again. Data still not loading. Okay. Go back to information link, tools, information link, information designer. That's it. Information designer. Yes.
Okay.
Browse to that information link, salary all. No, on the left. Yeah. Edit it. Edit that.
What is that?
Edit that information link.
Edit. This one.
Yeah. Click on SQL. Copy the SQL and try running the SQL. Copy the. Yeah. Edit SQL. Edit. Click on the SQL button. Copy that SQL from the left pane. Copy it into a text file. that remove that where condition there. You don't need that. There is no. Okay. This query, check whether this query executes correctly on your Oracle. Okay. So there seems to be some other issue. I mean, I guess it is a permission issue. Koti, we will have to have a separate session, you and me, and sit together and try to resolve this before we take this forward.
Okay, Varun.
So, guys, we'll hold on for a day. We'll put tomorrow's session on hold, and let me work with Cody on getting this fixed, and then it's pretty lucky that we can have a hands-on pretty early on. You don't have to wait for my guy to ship the server. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone. Thanks Cody.
Thank you.
One more thing, Cody. When will you be free?
I'm free entire day, Varun.
Okay. So I'll give a call when I'm free. I have a session now at 7:30 to 8:30 and 8:30 to 9:30, and then I have a session at 11 to 12 and 12 to 1, 12:30 to 1:30. So after 1:30 I'll give a call. No, after lunch, maybe like 2:30 I'll give a call. I'll go to office, got some stuff to do there, and then I'll come back a little early, and then we'll sit together.
Okay.
Give me a ring on my number.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that is your number?
Okay, I'll give you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please give me a ring on my number.
So the today's session, next class will be tomorrow.
Oh, we'll put that on hold. Let's fix this server there. Like there are some authentication issue there. So once that is fixed, we'll be able to add this data as data table and work on it. Right now, even though we are adding this data table, the data is not getting loaded. So I need to look into it. Why the problem is happening?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
All right. So I'll email you.
Okay.
Koteshwar, did you give me a ring on that?
Yeah, sure, I'll give it.
Okay. All right then. Thank you. Thanks everybody.
Thanks.